Hey, curious minds, welcome back to Ksigi. We answer the weirdest, wildest, and most mind-bending what-if questions you didn't even know you had. Today's question, buckle up. What if you literally had all the money in the world? Yep, every dollar, yen, rupee, euro, peso, every coin and bill belongs to you now. Let's dive into what that even means and why it could be either the best or worst thing to ever happen. How much money are we talking? Let's start with the raw numbers. The total value of all the money in the world, including cash, savings, investments, crypto, and other assets, is estimated to be around 450 trillion USD. That's $450,000 billion. A number so big your brain probably just gave up trying to picture it. Let's break it down. If you stacked $100 bills, you could build a tower reaching the moon and back several times. You could give every single person on Earth, yes, all 8 billion of us, over 50,000 each, and still have enough left to buy several planets if those were for sale. The system would collapse instantly. Here's the fun twist. If you suddenly owned all that money, the global economy would break instantly. Banks would freeze. Stock markets would crash because money only works when it moves, when people trade, buy, save, and spend. You now own every stock, every bank account, every business. Congratulations, you are now everyone's boss, also their landlord and their grocery store. In fact, there's no one to sell you anything because technically you already own it. Capitalism? More like youism. You can buy everything, but there's a catch. You could try buying every house, company, or country, not technically legal, but hey, who's stopping you? But once you own everything, who are you buying from? There's no other side of the market anymore. You destroy competition, innovation, and even pricing itself. Want to buy Apple? Sure, now it's yours. But Apple's customers? Also yours. And so are their salaries. Everything becomes a loop. You have all the money, but ironically, nothing left to buy, solving global problems or trying to. Now let's say you're the benevolent mega-trillionaire. You want to help end hunger, cure diseases, reverse climate change. Great idea. With $450 trillion, you could easily fund universal basic income for generations, clean water access for every human, fusion energy research, carbon capture, reforestation of the entire Amazon and half of Mars, just for fun. But here's the twist. You can't do it alone. You'll need government, scientists, logistics experts, and millions of people. But remember, you own all of them now. That makes coordination weird, also creepy. Good intentions are hard to manage when you've removed competition, incentives, and freedom. The hyperinflation nightmare. Let's say you just give money away, like Oprah, but with the whole planet. You get $1 million. You get 1 million. Everybody gets 1 million. Sounds awesome. Until you realize, now a loaf of bread costs $500,000. That dream vacation to Bali? $60 million. Why? Because dumping money into an economy without increasing production causes inflation. Too much money, not enough stuff. In short, your generosity just broke every currency on Earth. Nice job. Wealth, power, and existential dread. You know what's worse than being poor? Being rich enough to buy reality and still feeling bored. What do you even do when there's no challenge left? You can't climb the ladder, you're sitting on top. There's no one to admire, compete with, or learn from. You might build your own island, a space colony, or an AI-powered utopia. But without meaning or struggle, you might slowly drift into a spiral of existential dread. Power this absolute is more burden than blessing. You stop being human. You become a system. So, what happens in the end? In the end, you'd have two real choices. One, use your wealth to reshape the world smartly, create sustainable systems, restore competition, and carefully distribute power back to people. Two, withdraw completely. Build your paradise and
बेटा
let the rest of the world
आगे
rebalance.
जिंदगी में क्या
Either way,
करोगे?
you'd need to be smarter than
कुछ
any
भी करूंगा,
economist,
पर
kinder
किसी
than
के
any
घर जाके उनके
philosopher,
बच्चों
and
से
more
ऐसे
intelligent
सवाल तो
than
नहीं
any
करूंगा।
guru.
जेब में था चिल्लर साथ वाले किल्लर काम तेरे कांड वाले
So
लाइफ
what
बेड़ा
happens?
थ्रिलर
You
घूमे
have all
फिरे
the money in the world. You don't become God. You become a glitch in the system. It's a reminder that money, while powerful, is just a tool. And when wielded without balance, it can destroy the very thing that gives it value. Us. If you enjoyed this crazy thought experiment, smash that like button, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, What's the very first thing you would do if you had all the money in the world? See you next time. Would you like a version formatted for voice